Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my head. And today, I just want to talk about um, something that's very hard for me to talk about. I have this feeling that there are some people in my life that I really need to cut out. That basically, whenever I spend any time around them, I feel completely disenergized. I feel insecure about myself. I hate myself to some extent. I start questioning all the work that I've been doing. I start not feeling good enough. I just feel completely disenergized. And the sad thing about this is that these people I'm pretty close to, and it's like heartbreaking, and also like how do you say, it's leaving me, I don't know, in this in between state, because it's not easy for me to cut them out. If we're being honest, they're part of my family, and that's what makes it so hard. And I love my family. It's true, but sometimes, honestly, they do me more harm than good. And I think saying that Mel Robbins was saying is that there are two things that you need to be careful of in life, and basically you need to assess two things about some people in your life. One, you need to know the people you love, and then you need to match that with the people, with how they make you feel. And these two are two separate things. So you can love someone, but this person can make you feel like shit. And these are the kind of people that you need to be careful about. So we need to somewhat, it's a hard decision to make, because these are the people that will hurt you the most. And I definitely feel like I'm in that situation, because the thing is, I try to be as open, kind, optimistic, inspiring to the people in my life. But some people are just so stuck in their beliefs, and they're set on making you feel like shit because of some insecurity that they have. Or I don't know. I mean, it feels weird to think that some people from my family might envy me, but I can't explain it any other way. Like, I don't feel that way about them. I don't envy them, in the sense that I want what's best for them. And whenever something good happens to them, whether or not I agree with it, I'm always happy for them, because I respect their choices, their life choices, and how they choose to conduct their life. But they feel so entitled to having an opinion on my life, and basically on trying to make my life fit their expectation of uh, of how my life should look like, based on their own limiting beliefs and their own things that they learned so far. And that just completely breaks my heart, because, as Mel Robbins said, like, it's just really hard to be around people who are like, I think also like Logan Yuri was talking about this, to see how people make you feel. Are they, like basement people, or like, how did she call it, or rooftop people, in terms of energy? Are they people who like to bring you down and you feel disenergized whenever you have an interaction with them? I mean, that's the thing. Like the reason that I'm thinking about this is because I had an interaction with this person today, and as much as I love them, it's eating at me that like, I'm honestly just so disappointed from the way that they see the world, and it breaks my heart. So I'm not really sure how to go about it, because they're pretty stubborn. I want what's best for them. They think they want what's best for me, but I think a lot of their actions don't align with that. I think there's always this dissonance between what you say that you want and what your actions say you want. And when you are constantly bringing other people down, that says more about you than about the other person. And it always goes back to this thing that people will forget what you say, people will forget what you do, and people will forget all of that stuff, but they will never forget how you make them feel. And that it just breaks my heart that whenever I have any interaction with this person, I just feel like shit, to be honest, because of their own limiting beliefs and because of the way that they see the world. I just really, I'm torn because they are part of my family. I love them, but they, you know, I just feel completely disenergized whenever I speak with them. And like, basically, I had back when I was with my family, we've had several blow ups where basically this person was so tied to their vision of the world that, they were reproaching me stuff, but they were not willing to, like, I was elastic about, I'm always elastic when it comes to discussing issues and like opinions and things like this, because I'm always open to having new data and basically changing my opinion in light of new data. But this person is so set on their view of the world that basically, like, even if you provide them with new data, they're so stubborn that they won't take it into account, that they will see it as a sign of weakness if they change their mind, which is completely ludicrous. And I'm like, are you a reasonable person or not? And I'm not really sure how to deal with that. And they said some things to me um, that genuinely hurt me, and not sure I will go over it, because even now, like a few weeks after that happened, I really don't want to. I really don't want to interact with them anymore, because I have lost trust in them and in their goodness, and it's just heartbreaking to say, but it's the truth. I was so disappointed to hear whatever they had to say. Like, genuinely, I don't see a way out of this. But that's the thing. It's family, and you have to spend time with them and stuff like this. But I don't know if I'll have the courage this year to basically draw that line, but I know for sure that over the long term, I don't think I will be around them very much. It's just uh, really painful in the short term, because I try really hard to work on myself, to be as empathetic as possible, as kind as possible, to be inspirational to other people, to make them feel inspired. And this person kind of takes it, I don't know. I guess because they think that they're better than me, and basically see me doing all this stuff, and then for some reason envy me for it because they deem themselves to be better than me, which is kind of ludicrous to say, but I think that's just how I've come to make sense of it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I just really don't know, but yeah, I think my relationship with this person is like completely broken. We've had lots of ups and downs, but I think at some point I really thought that things were getting better. But after what happened on this trip, I really don't think that I should be spending any time around this person, because they clearly don't care, and they're clearly selfish and only care about their own opinions and their own view of the world, and they try to impose their own limiting beliefs onto you. And I don't think there's anything that I can do that I can make them change their mind. I always wish the best for them because I love them, but I really don't know. I don't feel like pretending anymore, and I don't feel like going through the motions with them because they're clearly set on, judging me and believing terrible things uh, about me or viewing me in like this terrible view to, I don't know, to feel better about themselves. And it really pains me to say. I mean, I'm always willing to, I don't know, have an open discussion, but the way that they go about this is completely like nonsensical. I think it's somewhat of a pattern in my family. I mean, as much as I love them, I always say this because it's really frustrating to me, and I feel like many members of my family I feel this way about. I mean, not all of them, obviously, thank God, but many of them I feel like, their limiting beliefs that have been set into their heads because of the society that we've been brought into are so entrenched that they're completely unflexible and they are so set on imposing their own limiting beliefs onto you and, you know, bringing you down to earth in a sense. Like, basically, they just want to put you in a situation where they're always better than you. And if you dare be better at them at something, then you're then they are completely mean and petty and I don't know. I know this sounds like this is really painful for me to say, but I need to be completely honest with myself, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible on this YouTube channel by just talking about my life. Obviously, I'm not gonna name names, but I just need to talk about this because this is not stuff that I'm comfortable talking to anyone about, especially that it has to do with my family. And it's a tricky situation. I need to keep reminding myself that Rita, you're beautiful. Rita, you're strong. Rita, you're smart. Um, you are worthy. All of this stuff. Especially now that I spent this much time with my family, like basically soaking up the negativity day in and day out. But this is also like I view this as an opportunity for me to basically reinforce my character to become stronger and just reinforce my belief in the things that really matter um, and just test basically this I don't know, these principles that have been driving me. It's a good stress test, I guess, but I don't think I will ever spend any extended period of time with my family ever again. Like, I don't think I even wanted to do that for this month that I spent with them, but I couldn't say no to them without creating too much drama, and I also wanted to spend some time with them just to basically like reinforce once more that if I choose to make a hard decision, I don't have any reason to regret it because I've tried over and over again and the outcome is still the same. Like, uh, sometimes I try to delude myself when I'm alone here that, oh, being around my family is not that bad, it's actually good, and all that stuff. But the truth is, it's not. It's really difficult for me and really painful. And I feel like I need to turn off a switch and become completely numb when I'm around them and pretend that my feelings don't exist, pretend that, I don't know, like just not be in the driving seat. And that's something that uh, I don't want to do again. I just want to be in control of my life. And I think, I don't know, maybe next year, I'm not really sure when I will really start setting strict boundaries and rules for me, guardrails that prevent this kind of stuff from happening because I don't want this experience to happen again. At least I'm not gonna spend 1 month ever again with my family. Like, honestly, I think that's completely out of the question. If you can see how depressed I came from being there. Yeah, I think, I mean, there is this rule that I used to have like implicitly, but I think that I need to be more intentional about enforcing, is that I won't be spending more than 1 week with my family at a time. And I need to be more strict in enforcing this by just making plans for time around that, so that literally there is no space for that 1 month to be spent with them, or like they don't have any space to like try to force me to spend time with them, and things like this. As much as I love them, it's like a complete disaster for my mental health. And I mean, it was a good challenge and like a good test of my character. But I think I need to stop subjecting myself to such torture. And whenever I find myself in a good place, stop ruining it by going back, even at the cost of all of the things that happened that are good. When I go back, I don't think they're worth it. In the end, given the price that I have to pay when it comes to my mental health, and like, yeah, I need to. I think I've reached the point where I really don't want to be in a situation like that, and I'm just gonna start taking hard decisions, basically plan for stuff way before, and like make sure that I don't, there is no space for that stuff to happen. So that's the hope, at least. I don't want to be pressured into anything, and like my family has this tendency of pressuring you into doing what they want because they all believe the same stuff. And when you're the only one that's pushing back, it's like you're the crazy one. But then I come back here and I come back to sanity and realize, oh my god, I need to find a way to stop, like like you know, giving into the pressure of fitting into their expectations, because that's not who I want to become, and I need to fight for the person that I want to become and the stuff that will truly help me move forward, even if that means staying away from my family as much as I possibly can. It's very hard for me because I really love them, but I think it shouldn't come at the expense of my mental health. And so, yeah. Anyway, this is a hard topic for me to talk about, so thank you for tuning in, for listening. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one. You can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!